One of the things I've wanted to do for a long time was ride south of St. George to the Grand Canyon. There's 4 overlooks down there, and you can ride a side-by-side or an off-road vehicle or whatever out to them and visit them. They're just not very well visited. Twin Point, I don't know how many people go out there, but on this trip we only saw one person. And the same with Kelly Point. It's a rough road out to Kelly Point, and we didn't see anybody going out to that road. But anyway, we left St. George. There was 7 of us, and some of these trails are just 2-track trails that are just fun to ride out of St. George. We tried to avoid just big gravel dirt roads as much as we could, because we had to be on those a certain amount of time. So we took some of this 2-track, and it's just a lot of fun. The scenery was good, the weather was good, we had good riders. Jared, he was on a GS 1200, CJ on a KLR 650, Brandon on a KLR 650, Jeff on his Tenere 700, Darren on his Norden 901, and me on my KTM 890. We got lost a little bit. I made the routes, and when you make these routes, a lot of times they're not perfect, and so we got lost a little bit, but not too bad. In this video, going by this pond, you can see the overlanders on the right over there, and there was a pretty big group of them, but you can also see the roads were pretty muddy and ruddy, and they got worse the further in we went, the worse the roads got. Mount Dillenbaugh was there on the left, and from this point I think it was 15 miles to Twin Point. So we'd made pretty good time. We got started a little bit late, but again made pretty good time. No carnage to this point, and the ride was really, really good. We're just in this picture waiting for everyone to catch up and get everybody organized at one of these major intersections. We all wanted to get together, take a few pictures, make sure everyone was okay and ready to go. CJ taking care of the older guys. Good times, good group of guys. Some of these guys I had rode with before, 2 or 3 of them I had not. But it's always nice when you can get together and enjoy everybody's company. That's always a plus. So anyway, here we go. You can see we're gaining a little bit of elevation. The forest is beautiful. These big old ponderosa pines, and just really, really nice fun riding, except for the rutted roads. Along the way there were, 3 or 4 old ranches along the way that we'd stop and look at, take a few pictures, and big old water tank there somebody brought in, cattle or maybe even livestock, I don't know. If we'd have came on this road the week earlier, I'm not sure we could have got through it very well. Would have been really muddy, and these roads are very slick when it's muddy. It's hard to get through them. Administrative site of some sort. I think they took this old ranch and called the Oak Grove Administration Site, so I would assume that's the BLM bought out that ranch and turned it into an office out in the middle of nowhere. Hardly any cell phone coverage through here. Some guys had some spotty coverage here and there, but as you can see, the riding was great. It's beautiful. So we finally made it to the Overlook, and as you're riding in, you're riding south, and you ride right along this edge. So this isn't the main Overlook, but it's off to the west of the trail. And as you can see, it's just beautiful. You can see way down in there. You get a glimpse of the river. So at this point, we're quite a ways from the river. But off to the right there, you can't see it in this frame, but that's where, kind of where I'm pointing there, Guano Point and the Wallapai Tribe Bridge Overlook is over in that general area. So when we got out to the point, we actually found it. You could see it and took a picture of it. So again, we're riding right along the edge here, and the views are just fantastic. We stopped several times and looked off the edge here. One thing that stands out here is this old growth forest. Some of these old pines and cedars and some of those old snags are just huge. They're big. And you know, that's just an indication that this forest is old, hasn't burned in a long time. Just good old growth forest. So here we finally get to the very end of Twin Peak. You can see one Jeep back over there in the trees. Real nice guy. He's I think he was from Oregon, but he stopped here and got out and took some pictures and videoed, and then our goal wasn't Twin Point for the day. Our goal was to ride into Kelly Point, and we knew we had quite a ways to go. We had to backtrack about 20 miles from here, hit the Kelly Point turnoff, and from there that was another 35 miles, maybe a little more, to get into Kelly Point. So we still had a long ways to go. You can see from the video, it was a little hazy. There was a fire somewhere. There was some smoke in the air. We didn't know exactly where it was coming from, but it was a hazy, smoky day. And that happens. It's just the way it is. So we're loaded up. We left Twin Point, and we are backtracking back towards the Kelly Point turnoff. And as you can see by this road, it was muddy, it was ruddy. And this is another ranch turnoff that we found. I'll read this sign as we get up to it here. It gives the description of the ranches, and you know, over the years there's been a lot of them. The Mathia Ranch. The yellow box has just got a signature book in there, so you can stop and sign your name there and where you're from, and they kind of keep track of that. The Mathis VT Ranch is what that is. So we paused here for a minute and waited for everyone to catch up, and everyone wanted to take a picture, and here's the crew. What a good bunch of guys. That was really a fun ride. Jared on the big Beamer. Picture time.